Shalom and good day all, this is Healing29 back again for some DC reviews, and in this DC review I'll be covering Absolute Flash for Fool's Gold. And as you can see here, Fool's Gold operates differently, especially if you're new to this. I'm just trying to give you a quick, concise as to how this works. Now, looking at the price for it, so it's about $8.95 Australian dollars, so in conversion. And what I do is I rate the cover, the art, and the story. I rate them normally, but I add an additional thing is to how much I actually think they're worth, or how much I think the art is worth, how much I think the cover is worth, and also how much I think the story is worth. And that coincides with the rating that I give it. The thing is, with this racing, it has to sort of like get, in other words, get close to the amount that I actually paid for it. If it doesn't reach that, it stays in Fool's Gold longer. So, starting off with first things first, does this cover in any way, shape, or form connect to something that is happening inside with the story? It does, to which I give it a 6.5 out of 10, to which I believe the cover is worth about $2.15. Now, as you can see there is also a total for the writer as well as for the artist. So, first things first, we see that the artist gets $2.15. Now, it's time to move into the area of the internal art as we look around the beginning, middle, and of course the end, and also what's happening story-wise with the characters. And then after that, I'll move into the area of rating the internal art and how much I believe that's worth. So, as the story begins, we catch up with Wally West, and he's dropped into a bit of a convenience store in Missouri. And of course, whilst he's there, he ends up doing a bit of shoplifting because with all this energy that he's been using up. And we also get a bit of a foreshadowing of someone who is going to be turning up on the scene. And as we start to move towards the middle of the story, guess who's back? And apparently this is meant to be Barry Allen by the looks of things, but he seems to have access sort of like lightning type powers, so that's very interesting here. And how it connects to the Speed Force in this story, I don't know yet. And last but not least, we also meet up with the Rogues Gallery of this Wally West, and they have decided to go rogue as well. So the villains becoming more like the heroes to this particular dark side created universe, that makes a little bit more sense. So we have the villains becoming the heroes of this universe, or the main heroes, or becoming like heroes to this universe. Whether it might be a facade or not, I don't know yet. We'll find out in upcoming issues. So for the internal art, I give it a 6 out of 10, to which I believe it's worth about $2, giving the artist about a total of $4.15. Next is the area of the story, to which the story is rated on time, location, and cast. Starting with the area of time, did we get anything time-wise? The answer is no, we didn't. Where normally in previous issues, we did actually get, I think it was like the first couple of issues we did, and then all of a sudden it's like dropped and gone away for reasons. Next is the location, or the locations that we get to see. We get to see Missouri, Fort Fox, and also 50 miles away from Missouri. Next is the cast of characters consisting of Wally West Flash. We have Rod, Fawn, Rudy West, who's now been brought before Fawn, And I'm wondering if something is actually going to happen to him and he's going to be experimented on and maybe become the Mirror Man. Next is, of course, the Rogues Gallery. And last but not least, Barry Allen, who has returned with these lightning-like powers. For my overall rating for the story, I give it a 2 out of 10, to which I believe it's worth about 50 cents, which is very disappointing because I know Jeff Lemire can write some really good stories. In regards to this particular DC story, it is quite disappointing. So for the overall total, it's about $4.65, but also leaving a loss of $4.30. Until then, let's keep it colourful and have yourself an awesome day.